Hey, do you remember that kid at school who was super bright in the classroom but didn't function so well outside of the classroom? And when they joined the workforce, they didn't succeed as much as you thought they would. In contrast, remember that other kid who wasn't such a great student but just seemed to get on with everyone. And when they went into the workforce, they absolutely thrived. Well, the difference between those two is likely to be emotional intelligence. In this video, we're going to break emotional intelligence down into 4 clear parts so that you gain a greater understanding of what it's all about. This will provide the basis for developing your emotional intelligence, which we will explore in another video. Let's have a look at the model. What you see here is the emotional intelligence model developed by Daniel Goleman, who wrote the book called Emotional Intelligence back in 1995. In the top left quadrant, we have self-awareness. This is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. At a basic level, this is all about understanding your natural strengths and weaknesses. At a deeper level, we're also looking at an awareness of our core beliefs and our values. It is these core beliefs and values that drive our behaviors. They contribute to how we view the world, and they're shaped by our life experiences beginning at an early age. A great way to discover your core beliefs is to ask 2 questions. Firstly, who are the most important people and what are the most significant events in your life that have contributed to who you are? Next, how have these people and events influenced your approach to life? Let me give you a personal example. I went to 7 different schools by the time I was 12. In other words, relationships were fleeting. The one constant in my life besides my family was myself. So what that means is, whenever I have to do something, I instinctively look inward and work out, how can I do this? So that core belief of looking inward, of constantly trying to work it out myself, well, that core belief translates into the value of self-reliance. The bottom left quadrant is self-management. This is all about your ability to control your behavioral responses. The key to greater self-management is self-awareness, as situations when we behave in ways we might regret are often arising when something happens which threatens our core beliefs and values. For example, if someone asks me for assistance, my instinctive reaction in those situations is to say, what do you need me for? Work it out for yourself. In other words, their question runs counter to my value of self-reliance. However, using emotional intelligence, I understand the potential negative impact of that response. And I understand why that is my instinctive response. As such, I'm in a much stronger position to choose a more effective and more positive way to respond. Look, there are many times we could potentially behave in ways we might regret. We could be tired or aggravated, we've had a bad day, we could be hungry or thirsty or had a big night out. Or we simply don't like the person we're dealing with. These situations and these moods can give rise to some negative behaviors. A person with a higher level of self-management is in a much stronger position to control their behavioral response. We'll explore ways to develop your ability to manage your responses in another video. The top right quadrant is social awareness. If self-awareness is all about understanding our own strengths and weaknesses, our own values, then social awareness is all about understanding other people's strengths and weaknesses, their emotional responses, and at a deeper level, understanding what might drive them as individuals. Conflict might arise when one's core beliefs and values conflict with the other person's core beliefs and values. In those situations, emotions rise, and we can become judgmental, and even seek to impose our values onto the other person and judge them negatively for not sharing ours. An emotionally intelligent person respects the other person's perspective, and they seek to gain greater understanding through questions and active listening. That's what truly paves the way to more meaningful dialogue. Finally, in the bottom right quadrant, we have relationship management. This is all about applying the other 3 quadrants to bring out the best in others through one's ability to manage conflict, to coach and mentor people, to influence effectively and provide inspirational leadership, and also to create an environment where teamwork thrives. Each of these are, of course, large topics that require a range of skills, techniques, and processes. What they all share, however, is the application of one's emotional intelligence to bring about a positive result and stronger relationships. The purpose of this video was to give you a brief overview of the 4 elements of emotional intelligence. Obviously, it's not an exhaustive treatment of what is a very complex topic. It's simply a foundation for your ongoing development as an individual or as a leader. This is the starting point, folks. From here, the opportunities for personal growth, they're endless.